Alright, we are starting about now. And I'll probably do the Patreon names at the end of this video. Hello everybody, I'm Dirk the Red Panda, and this is the Sweet 16 results for March Madness, Best Girl Edition. So I just went over the time limit of when the polls will close, and my window is on the wrong window at the same time. We're not on the best boy bracket for this video. This is the best girl video for the Sweet 16. And the polls should close at this exact moment. So we are going to do that. 1:15 p.m. on Sunday. The Sweet 16 closes. Maybe a minute earlier I should have done it, but who cares? Too late. Might as well just expand this a tad. Maybe make the screen a little bigger so we can have more room on our screen, I guess, to hold this black void that's right above me. But don't worry, that void will be filled with our candidate promo art and their bar graph results. So, without further ado, I am going to create the bar graph files for the best girl results. So, yes, every change is automatically read. Thank you, Google. Very nice. So, as I do that, I am going to flash up the Region 1 matchups. So, these are going to have the results revealed in a couple of moments. Maybe a few moments, if it takes a while, but yes, I have the image all locked and loaded for y'all. And I transition it onto the screen. Alright. Here we go. The Region 1 results are going to be for the matchups Saya from Tennis Ace versus Selma from Ocean Avenue. And then our other matchup is Madame Dora from the Smoke Room versus Artemai from Temptations Ballad. I apologize for being very all over the place as I do some last minute changes to the, what do you call it? The description. So, apologies for that, as I do this very impromptuly. This is a one-man show at the moment, and uh-oh, there's a comment from Lucien saying that he is a big fan. Of course you are. No, I guess we're still kind of friends. I mean, we haven't talked in a while, but we're on good terms and everything. We just talk to each other through Twitter comments. But yes, great to see you here, Lucien, and to watch best girls get their hearts broken or affirmed. Alright, so without further ado, I am going to download the CSV file, which will help me produce these results in a clean bar graph format. So to Finder we go, as we go to our downloads folder in Everything is a Mess. In the Finder app, or the Finder window, I guess you can call it. Alright, we're gonna drag this bad boy yonder to 2021. To the best girl section. To the results data. To the Sweet 16. Ah, there it is. Okay. That wasn't too hard, was it? Man, it takes a while to do all this stuff, and I always wait until the polls close in case any last-minute polls come in which change the CSV file, so that's why I wait till now to do it. If I had a full technical team on me, I probably would have them do it, or, yeah, I would still be the host. I'm like, would I be the behind-the-scenes person? Would I fire myself to have somebody else announce this? Maybe. So the Sweet 16, making sure all the names are correct. This is the best girl bracket. Blah, 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 blah. And there are 8 matches. Okay, just double checking everything is correct and that I will not break this computer as I export these files. Pray to the anime gods this all works out. Okay, it's working. So far it's working. I haven't really had any problems with this before. I guess I'm just always very erring on the side of caution, you could say. So, as we download those Sweet 16 results, let me go into a little more detail for the last minute before I pop up the results of these fine ladies. So our first matchup is the tennis ace star. Well, not the main character, but she is also a tennis ace star in her own right. She is one of the best tennis players in all of Japan in the youth category. She is planning to go pro as soon as she graduates high school. She is a senior and the captain of the tennis club. It is Saya from Tennis Ace, and our number 1 overall seed in the bracket. And she goes up against Selma from Ocean Avenue, while a commercial pops up for Selma. That is not cursed at all. The commercial has been muted. But Selma is our soccer-playing intercollegiate athlete. And she is also roommates with Vic, one of the other main cast members. She is also an engineering major, so forgot to mention that Saya is also very intelligent, but let's just say both of these candidates are quite intelligent in their own merits academically. So the music goes back on. But yes, Selma is a newer character in that Ocean Avenue only has about 2 updates, but you know, she's one of our up-and-comers in a sense. She has the 16th seed, the lowest seed of this region, and our second lowest seed that has survived overall from the first round. Alright, our other matchup is on the right-hand side. We have Madame Dora, I guess you can call it a brothel. I'm not implying it is, but she is kind of the head honcho of that group of people and making sure all those things are nice and well lubricated. She's basically our main character's boss, in a sense. And she is going up against Artemai from Temptations Ballad, who is I'm assuming like a knight warrior-esque type of character. I have not played Temptations Ballad much myself, but I hear many great things about Artemai, and if I was playing Temptations Ballad, I would definitely stan her. Not saying between the two, I'm just saying just in general. So, yes, she seems to be kind of the brave type, at least from what I've heard, but she also seems quite lovely and bubbly on the outside based on her nice, gentle smile, as we can see here in her photo. Alright, so, in less than 20 seconds, we are going to show the first results of the matches. Or of the matchups. Gosh, they're everywhere. Damn Dora and Artemai. Okay, here we go. It is time. 1. To present the results of our Region 1 matchups in the Sweet 16. First up, we are going to go with Saya from Tennis Ace versus Selma from Ocean Avenue. You are going to be the first results. And who will be our first to make it to the Elite 8? Saya, Selma, your results are in. As I slowly pull them up. I'm sure you both are feeling a bit of the anxiety, but don't worry, rest assured. I got these results and they have been firmly counted and officially sorted through by Google. Google Forms, that is. Here we go. The results. And we have a very clear winner. It is Saya from Tennis Ace who advances to the Elite 8. Congratulations to Saya and Selma. I know you're my character from my own VN, but Good run, nonetheless. You pulled out a very close one in your first matchup, so I'll give you props for that. Alright, so we are going to type that in terms of percentages. As I expand my window and make sure it's not too big for my screen that's behind this screen. Screen behind the screen. There are too many screens rocking everywhere. Ah, it is too big. You're going to scroll down a tad. Perfect. So in terms of percentages, Saya won the vote 85.9% to Selma's 14.1. Sorry, I was going through multiple windows at the same time and just completely lost it. Apologies for being so disorganized. So, our next results will be between... Hide this. Will be between Madame Dora and Artemai. Who will face off against Saya in the Elite Eight? Let's find out now as I kick the table. Don't be scared, I just kicked the table. The results are in. The winner is, in a close race. Oh, it's going neck and neck, but Artemai takes it in the final leg, and Artemai makes it to the Elite Eight to face off against Saya. What a good race between you two. Good run, Madame Dora, but Artemai, you have taken the clear spot. Congratulations, and in terms of percentages, because I always have to type it into my bracket as percentages, Artemai pulled it out with a 55.2% vote to Madame Dora's 44.8%. So that concludes our Region 1. So it will be Saya versus Artemai in the Region 1 Finals. Alright. And it's good to see you too. Dewey Nguyen. Is it Dewey Nguyen? I apologize if I'm getting that name wrong. I'm trying my best. Sorry, the Dewey Nguyen. Alright. Now we move on to Region 4. This one is gonna have some fairly lopsided matches in terms of seeding, if I predict correctly, but supposedly these underdogs have some good favoritism to them, in a sense, at least in my opinion. I feel like these could be some potential upset matchups, but even if the seeds don't show it, I believe in my heart. Nonetheless, all four of these ladies are great candidates, and we are going to start off with the match on the left-hand side. Yes, this is mirrored, so I always have to point the opposite direction. From the left-hand side, we have in the 5th seed, from extracurricular activities, the homeless shelter owner and, I guess you could say, protector in a sense, cook, all of it. She does it all. It's Maria. And then she is facing off against Ilya from Temptations Ballad. Once again, I have not played Temptations Ballad myself, but I hear that she is quite the badass. In some senses. Do not mess with Ilya, is what I hear on the streets, and I sure won't. Go into the right-hand side. In the 13th seed in the left corner, the intellect, the astronomer, the librarian of the Echo Elementary, High School, whatever the school is called. It is Dahlia from the Smoke Room. And she is going off against an Echo candidate who lives in the town 100 years later, or at least is back in town for the spring break. It's Jenna from Echo. Our psychologist major, or psychology-related major. She has her own smarts in the psychological sciences, while Dahlia has the smarts in the technical and space or aeronautic or astronomy related sciences, whatever they're called. So, those are our matchups for Region 4. I have the results and looks like everything is printing out just fine with my R program, so no sweat on that. I was a bit worried earlier that things would not work if I typed something in wrong, because I have to manually put in some changes every once in a while. But anyway, we move on to present the results of Region 4. We start off with Maria and Ilya in the left side. Ilya, Maria, your results are in. The winner of your matchup is good run from Ilya, but our winner is Maria from extracurricular activities. Quite a run, and I just gotta say GG to Ilya and great dub to Maria. So I thought it was gonna be close, and it was relatively close, in my opinion. If we look at percentages, it was 56% on the dot to 44% on the dot. So 56 to 44, Maria takes a stronghold on the Elite 8 spot to advance to the Elite 8 and Region 4 finals. Now the winner of the match on the right-hand side will face Maria. The results for Dahlia and Jenna are in. The winner is not as close as I thought, but Jenna pulls out the win for Echo and moves on to the Region 4 finals and the Elite 8. Congratulations to Jenna and a good run from Dahlia. So that concludes our Region 4 as I hide it and type in the percentages. A clear victory with a 67.7% vote to 32.3. I'm sure Dahlia would be able to crunch those numbers faster than me, but nonetheless, Jenna has the higher hold in terms of votes. So it will be Maria from EA versus Jenna from Echo for our Region 4 finals. The 4 versus the 5. That should be our closest seeded matchup in the Elite 8 this coming round. Which I forgot to mention will start tomorrow, not tonight, because I'm going to be hella busy tonight. Anyway, we move on to Region 3. The Region 3 results. Who is in Region 3, do you ask? I can English? On the left-hand side, in the number 3 seed overall, from far beyond the world, it is the Shaman of Avalon, the up-and-coming Shavalon, the up-and-coming shaman in the town, young but quite the powerful one in terms of wisdom and courage. It is Verissa from far beyond the world. And going up against Verissa is our performer, our elusive, cunning performer from the Hayseed Knight. It is Sep. So, that is our left-hand matchup. And on the right-hand side, we have, from Santa Lucia, it is Karina. Did I get it right? Let me double check, because I am terrible with names. Yes, it is Karina, the 11th seed from Santa Lucia. I do not know much about either of the candidates on the right-hand side, so I have no sense of bias or advantage when I don't give them any description, unfortunately. Give them good descriptions in the comments, please. I need help. But Karina from Santa Lucia is facing off against the number 6 seeded repeat candidate. It is Ginny. So, Ginny and Karina on the right-hand side, and Verissa and Sepp on the left-hand side. We are going to go with the latter first, Verissa and Sepp, as I pull up the results after we pull out the ad and mute it, because I don't want any issues with copyright. I am crazy, and I use Spotify, not premium. So, extra crazy for doing that. As we wait another 10 seconds, we will pull up the results in a bit. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Alright, the results for Verissa and Sepp are in. The winner is... In a clear victory, we have Verissa from far beyond the world advancing to the Elite Eight. Congratulations to Verissa and a good run from Sepp. But that's where the road ends for her. Let's see how the vote percentages panned out so I can type it in. 70.2% of the vote went to Verissa, while the remaining 29.8% went to Sepp. And in terms of numbers, there were about 94 responses. I probably should mention that, but I guess if you can add the two numbers together on this bar chart, then I think you'll be more ahead of me than I am. Alright. Now, we hide that and reveal our right-hand matchup and present their results. Karina and Ginny. Here are the results. Oh, this is neck and neck. It's going back and forth. Ginny is taking the lead, and she will not let it go. It is Ginny from Repeat who takes the dub and moves on to the Elite Eight to face off against Verissa. Good run from Karina, and congratulations to Ginny. So there were 86 votes for this one. And another even number, 64 to 36%. 64 and 36. So far, no upsets have occurred in our Sweet 16, but could we have one coming up? Let's find out as we travel to Region 2, our final region, and our final matches of the Sweet 16. On we go to the second region. On our left-hand side, our matchup is Cynthia from the Smoke Room versus Ayako from Tennis Ace. Cynthia is also a member of Madame Dora's company, I guess you could say, but also works as a hostess for the bar. So, yes, I think she dual jobs, or I think your woman has 2 jobs. So she's quite experienced in that regard, but she is quite the logical head who helps bring Samuel to some more logical thoughts, in a sense, throughout his adventures in the Smoke Room. So she is the voice of reason. That was what I was going to say, and I could not find the words. But yes, she is our voice of reason, and also comes from a tribal background, in a sense. I think it's the Meseta tribe. I did not remember this last time, but I think it is the Meseta tribe that her family comes from. At least that's an in-world tribe for the Smoke Room. But on the other hand, we have our class rep from Tennis Ace, Ayako. She is also quite the voice of reason. She's quite diligent and intelligent, but she will always support her classmates and make sure to really stand up for them, in a sense. So in a sense, both of them are really good supporting characters to their MCs. Anyway, we'll move on to the final match on the right-hand side. As I read the a little bit too late comment from Senri Zerma about Ginny and Karina, but I guess you can rewind if you want to give some background to them. But we're going to move on to our final match of the Sweet 16. On the left-hand side, it is our lowest seed to advance to this round. The lowest seed now in our bracket overall. The 18th seeded Zoe from Psychic Connections. I do not know too much about her, but, you know, she's a red panda, so, you know, no bias. But we have her opponent, the Adastra Advisor, quite a politician. She is quite wise and intelligent in trying to get our intergalactic relations up. It is Virginia from Adastra / Chemia. So these are the final two matches of the Sweet 16. No upsets have happened yet, but could there be one here? Which one could it appear in? Well, let's find out as I put my charger down just because I was double checking to see if it was broken. It isn't so good. We are going to go to the bar graph results for Cynthia and Ayako. Here we go. This is a close battle. Cynthia now takes it. No longer a close battle, with Cynthia from the smoke room taking the clear victory. And good run from Ayako. GG, and congrats to Cynthia once again. That was a lot less close once we got towards the end. It was pretty close in the beginning, though. Another even percentage, 66 to 34 this time. Oh, crud, I messed up the program. There we go. So 97 responses in total, 66% to 34%. Alright, so no upsets so far. Our top 8 are completely unscathed as of now. But we move on to our final match of the Sweet 16. It is Virginia versus Zoe. And I think they are last in our alphabetical list when I pull up the results, so. Last but not least. Uh-oh. I only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Strange. Is it still loading? There has been an error with creating the last one. And I think I know why. We are going to take a quick little break as I fix a mistake that I did. I made a big oopsie in my results. Please sit quietly as I fix this error. Turns out that you cannot put slashes in the name descriptions. That is a good note that I will have to adjust for with Neferu's results in his bracket. And I think Cassius too, so I am going to have to do a bunch of retyping. So I will pretend that these results I'm gonna pretend that I don't know the numbers of. We replaced a lot of instances of them, and everything looks good so far, hunky-dory. We are re-downloading the file. Once again, I apologize for this inconvenience. This is something that we are learning with the power of trial and error. doing this bracket. Turns out slashes are the bane of my coding existence. So, to the downloads folder, and back to here where I replace that folder. Okay, we are going to rerun the files, and as I do so, I am going to sit quietly. No, I'm kidding. I am going to just double check that everything is all right with my other candidates. The best boy. As I quickly change Neferu's thing to not have a slash in it. Don't panic. Just panic in bursts. Okay, we are just double checking that other novels do not have any other conflicting names. I am just replacing all the slash names with a regular bar, I guess you can call it. Okay. I am going to go to this and change the results. I'm not going to change the results. I mean, I'm going to change the name spelling in the results. I wouldn't corrupt the results. I'm innocent. No, but seriously, I don't touch the results once I let them start and end. I basically just say after the first day, okay, whatever happens, happens. Alright, so everything is supposedly all hunky-dory now. Alright, so we are slowly building the other files as I just sit here patiently and just twiddle my thumbs. This is sponsored by myself. Good job, self. Way to sponsor this. Alright. We are halfway through re-rendering all the files, and I just realized that I'm very stupid and probably could have only just rewritten one. Maybe this is the consequences of me being very, very disorganized. Alright. But as that happens, I'm just going to double check my part 2 of 2 results to just see that there are no issues with other candidate names. No slashes in the names. Slashes are the... Oh, nope, there's one. Only one slash I had to replace that time. That is a relief. Alright, as I go back to my results here. I really should have kept that in mind. So, once again, I apologize for the extreme lack of professionalism here and just, yeah, being disorganized. But sometimes that's what happens when you are a one-man team in terms of the technical part of it. I'm the only person that really runs the actual formatting of the stuff in like Excel and Google Forms. So, yeah. Sometimes you can kind of come across these little oopsies at the latest time, so including the ads, that is something that I really should have been more prepared for. But yes, I want to replace all the Adastra / Chemias with Adastra bar Chemia. Okay, I think I fixed it. I think the problem is no longer an issue. We have solved all the world's problems. Okay, all Adastra and Chemias have been readjusted to be a straight bar instead of a slash. Okay. We go back to the music there. And we are still encoding the 5th or 6th one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so we should be on the 7th one. Once again, apologies for the lack of timing on this. We are going to be finding out the results in a bit, so saving the best for last in very suspenseful fashion. I'm going to check the comments out while that happens. So, do we have to vote again? I mean, if you want to, I mean, this is for the Elite Eight. Like, for next round, I mean, like, the poll will come out tomorrow for this bracket's following round, so, you know, if you want to keep voting and participating in the bracket, that's your choice. I can't force people to sit there and do this, so, yeah, it's completely up to you, but I'll announce when the next poll comes, and if you feel like it, you do it, so, that's my motto. Alright, I think we are on the last one? I think this is the last one. Here we go. It's on 100%. And it's done! We did it! We cured the issue. The problem has been slain. Virginia and Virginia and Zoe have their results now. Here we go. At the 38-minute mark. Yeah, turns out with slashes, it assumes that's like a file format thing. Like, oh, it's slash inside another file. So I had to change the slash to a straight bar. Anyway, that shouldn't really matter, or that shouldn't really matter to y'all, but that's more of just a technical issue. Anyway, the bar graph results are in. Here we go. To Virginia and Zoe. Okay, Zoe is going. But that is the end of the match, and Virginia takes a clear victory and secures the final spot into the Elite Eight. And once again, I have to do percentages. 79.2% of the vote went to Virginia, while 20.8% went to Zoe. Congrats to our lowest seeded candidate for making it this far. Or, well, lowest to win a match, but yeah, congrats for making it this far, but our top 8 is completely unscathed. I'm really impressed about that, but yeah, looks like it'll be Cynthia versus Virginia as our Region 2 final. So once again, to remind y'all, our matchups, here they are. Maybe I can zoom in to help clear the resolution. Ah, so big, help. Is that big enough? Here we go. So this is our Elite Eight. We have Saya versus Artemai, Jenna versus Maria, and Jenna versus Maria, Verissa versus Ginny, and Virginia versus Cynthia. Our exact top 8 candidates are in their same old spots, unscathed. But could we have any upsets this round? You'll have to vote tomorrow because I have not made the poll yet. I am great at organizing this. But yeah, the poll will start tomorrow, and I want to give y'all like a day's break to just kind of chill between the rounds. At least for the best girl, because I know we had like 2 consecutive polls already. But yeah, the poll for the Elite Eight will come out tomorrow, around noonish, I guess. And I will do the results for them and close the polls on Thursday around the same time. So that is all I have for this video. I'm going to go back to 100% Zoom. And right after this, I'm going to start up the Best Boy results, which are supposed to end at 2 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. Actually, Pacific Daylight Time. I was stupid and forgot that it is Daylight Savings Time now. At least in most of America, we celebrate it. Or celebrate, but partake in it. Yeah, so that is what we're going to be doing. I'm going to end this stream and quickly set up the next one. So that is all I have for this episode. But before I go, I'm going to thank my patrons. Thank you to my fellow dorks. Sorry, I should do it like this. I'm going to thank my fellow dorks. North Grizz, Andrew Corona, Nick Tanner, and Type A Roth. And I want to give a very, very special thanks to my exclusive dorks. Fire Knight 2008. But that is all for this Best Girl stream. Stay tuned for tomorrow when the poll opens, and then the Thursday, this coming Thursday, when the results happen for the Elite Eight. So now, we are going to end things here. Thank you all so much for watching, and until next time, take care, guys.